Well, good evening, everybody. Who's going to pay me free beer? I'm from Holland, you know. I'm from a country where they invented a window in the refrigerators, you know. So when the Dutch people, you know, close the door of the refrigerator, they can check if the light went out, you know. Although Holland has very good relationship with Bulgaria, because in Bulgaria, the first guitar string was invented by two Dutch people. You wonder why? They found one stotinka, a little penny, on the street, and said, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. So, I'm from 1974, I'm in the Balkans, and I used to be a sound engineer and a musician. I came with a very famous guitar player who played the real blues, Jeremy Spencer, Fleetwood Mac, and we came in the Boom Festival in Ljubljana, 1974. I'm younger than that. I'll have a facelift now. So I learned a lot about the Balkans. I learned the language in Slovenia, and I learned the beautiful language in Bosnia. You know, they sing even when they, you know, when they curse something, you know, they say, oh yeah, bote bog, like this, you know. Beautiful country, the Bosnian people, you know. And so I moved slowly towards the southeast, you know. Spent 30 years in Macedonia. I know you say it's Bulgaria. Macedonian people say they have the head from Alexander the Great. Last time. Anyway, that was 3,000–4,000 years ago, and I'm not that old, you know. And I had an amazing experience while I was working in the studio of a very famous guy from Bjelo Dugme. If you remember Lars Ristovski, he died, by the way. We became very good friends. And we were recording some very famous, you know, festival and things like that, music. And then he pointed, you know, towards me, and he said, you know, he's a singer, he's a composer. So I was hired to go inside, you know, a famous Yugoslav festival. And I gave him my worst song. The worst song. I mean, I hated that song. And that song, 30 years ago and 2 months, became a smash hit. From one day, I could walk in the streets, and the other day, samba, 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 samba. You can imagine the song title was called Samba, you know. And I had to sing in the language, and I had the text here because I didn't know, and things like that. And then, you know, the war started, which is not very nice. And I had a little background of journalism. And I started in 1991 to be a journalist for international networks like CNN, NBC, ABC, you can call it, until I got discovered by the Dutch media. Good evening. Good evening. You owe me a beer? You know. So I got discovered, and me, being so naive, went to Vukovar. Vukovar was a hell. And in 2007, I had to absolutely, totally break down because of that. But I kept on doing things. I had some jazz cafes in Skopje. I was cooking there. I had other kids and other kids and other kids. Even became ambassador for UNICEF, Red Cross. So I had a quite nice life until the famous man, Nikolai Gruevski, didn't like my reports for international media. So, one time, dong, dong, dong on my door, and they said, you have to go 4 months to prison. Wow, I said, it's not the 1st of April today, you know. So, I had to go to prison for 4 months. What happened? I reported my car stolen, which in fact was stolen by my ex-wife. I call her, until today, Krokodilka, Kroki. For you, as friends, you can call her Kroki. And they told me I made a fraud. And they invited me for 2 years, by letters, by the court, on addresses which were not known, which don't even exist. For example, Partizanska, 345A. Well, Partizanska, I did the research, is until 200 or something, you know. So I had to go to prison. Thanks God, I was saved by the Netherlands Embassy, Holland, and by the American Embassy, because I already did some work for them too. So I came to Bulgaria. Yes. You can clap for that, Bulgaria. Now I came in Bulgaria with an Albanian truck driver. And with my Mercedes, Bulgarian registration, in the back. And I knew the law, I had the Speditzer, I had all my video equipment. I have a video studio here. If you ever get married, call me. I give you a special price. And I came on the border of Bulgaria, Europe. And there was one guy saying to me that I have to go with this truck for a minimum of 4 days in Sofia to clear it from the customs. Wait a moment, get my mobile phone because I have only 15 minutes. You know, otherwise we'll sit here until breakfast. You know, I'm just joking. Anyway, so when I saw the guy, big Bulgarian, proud, and he looked at me as he wanted to say that I killed his mother, I raped his sister, his grandmother, and all his family and friends. So now, what I did, and you should learn it from me, in Bulgaria, humor is everything. Bulgaria, you can do everything with bluff poker. So I had already my ID, Bulgarian ID, and I was living very near to Mr. Boyko in Bankia. Yes, very near. Never invited me for a coffee, but very near. So I said, do you know who I am? And the guy looked at me, still thinking that I killed his whole family. You know, I am Sveti Kirill in Metodia, family from him. And he said, normalcy? And I came with my ID because where I was living, in Sveti Kirill in Metodia. Thanks God the guy starts smiling. He starts smiling, he opened the truck, which means my truck was cleared from the customs. So I came in Bulgaria. Now, I came in Bankia, and there was no electricity. Now, electricity is in Macedonian a different name. We say struja. Struja in Macedonian means electricity. And in Bulgaria, it means water. So I went and I saw my neighbor and I said, you have struja? My God. So anyway, you know, when you come here in Bulgaria, it is a funny country, I must say. But now I'm going back to my serious way of speaking. What I don't like in Bulgaria is when I see old people going to the containers, young talents which have to go abroad to earn more money because they are not appreciated. When I see people don't have money, and you know, I cry. It really hurts me. Kids that don't have parents in incredible bad situations. I think, you know, Bulgaria still has to learn a lot because there are so many funds in Brussels. So many funds that we could do something for those kind of people, because those people have built up the Bulgarian country. Different thing between Bulgaria, for me, is the interpretation of women emancipation. Yeah, emancipation of women. In Holland, we are kind of founders of equal rights for women. Free abortions, the pill was paid by the health funds. Now, if I may show you, the typical thing. Bulgarian men, sorry for the Bulgarian men, they come home like a boomerang. They throw their shoes towards the wife, and the wife comes back with shopska salata. Really? In Holland, you know, the man sits and watches TV, soap opera. The wife comes in. Yes, darling. Yes, darling. I cooked for you. The dishes are washed. Everything, you know. It's a little different, you know. I'm sorry for the mic. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yes? Still. So, I live now 3 years in Sofia. I have a nice apartment. And I must say, I like Bulgaria. The only pity is that Bulgaria doesn't like itself. The people always ask me, why, sorry for the ladies, why the fuck you live in Bulgaria? I said, I like it. But why? Listen, I said, I'm Orthodox. I go to the church, light a candle, ask God, and God shuts up. Thank you, I'm Peter John Bosse. Thank you.